Well, hello, friends. It's your pal Tom Picklefeather, here to tell you a story that's just for kids. Warning, not for children. Hey, everybody, it's your pal Tom Picklefeather, here with another fun story. Now, sometimes, when people are in a relationship for a long time, they might start to not like each other. They get annoyed with each other very easily. And that's what happens in today's story.
Gone Girl.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Amy. Now, Amy was very creative. She used to write these books about a little girl version of herself that would go on all these fun adventures and do all these amazing things, and it made her parents proud. Sadly, her parents' pride just didn't make her happy. Well, one day, she met a guy named Nick who made her feel special, and they got really close to a point where they eventually got married. And they were happy for a time until some unfortunate events happened. You see, Nick's mom, she got very, very sick, and there was no one to take care of her, so Nick had to move back to his mother's and take care of her. And this made Amy not too happy because she wanted to go on real adventures in her life, but she couldn't because she had responsibilities. Well, one day, Nick and her were just arguing, left home to go hang with his friends that he was hanging out with too much, which made Amy pretty upset. So Amy decides, you know what, I'm going to mess up the house, and then I'm going to play hide and seek, and I'm not going to tell Nick about it. So that's what she did. She messed up the house and went into hiding. And Nick came home and he saw the mess, and he was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And so he went looking for Amy. Well, he got worried, and so he talked to everybody and said, hey, we got to find Amy. So the whole town started looking for Amy, thinking something bad happened. Well, while Amy was hiding, she tried to make some new friends, and she found an old friend, Desi, someone she used to hang out with. Well, she started hanging out with Desi again, but she realized, you know what, there was a reason me and Desi stopped hanging out. So she decided, you know what, I'm going to play a trick on Desi. I'm going to trick him to go into sleep for a little while. And so she did. She made it look like Desi was holding her against her will, when he wasn't. She just didn't want to hang out with him no more. And so she eventually made him so tired of trying to convince people that he wasn't hurting her that he couldn't stay awake and he just fell asleep. So that's when she left. She went back to Nick and said, listen, I'm upset with you because, you don't spend a lot of time with me, and I want to maintain our marriage, and I'm going to have a baby. And Nick was like, oh my goodness, well, I don't appreciate that you played hide and seek on me. I am pretty excited to be a daddy. And so they decided to be parents, and they lived happily ever after. I wouldn't suggest that you play hide and seek on somebody because you're upset, but maybe have a conversation with each other and see where you want to go with your relationship, whether it be a friendship, a marriage, what have you. Communication is key, as they say. I want to communicate to you that I love you, and I want you to take care of yourselves. So, take care.